Hey guys, welcome back to Evolve or Die. I'm pretty excited about today's video. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite crypto projects, Cardano. Their native token is ADA or ADA. And what is Cardano? Cardano is a public blockchain platform. It's open source and decentralized, and their consensus is found through proof of stake. So you'll hear proof of stake and proof of work being used a lot in the crypto space. And essentially, really what you need to know about them is they are the two guiding consensus mechanisms that are used to verify new transactions and add them to the blockchain. So essentially, proof of stake and proof of work are the chain of command that the cryptos need to go through in order to verify new transactions and add them to the blockchain or create new tokens. So what is Cardano? Again, it's a public blockchain platform, but you might be asking, what is that? What can I use this for? What are its use cases? So the reason that Cardano is one of my favorite cryptos projects in circulation right now is because of the team, the founders, the vision, as well as the use cases. So the Cardano team was built by a decentralized community of scientists, engineers, and thought leaders, and they were all united behind a common purpose. And that purpose was to create a technology platform, essentially, that will propel the world forward in fixing a lot of different infrastructure needs. So, for instance, their reach is targeting a lot of different enterprises in education, retail, agriculture, government, finance, and healthcare. And within those different enterprises, within those different sectors that they're looking to reach, their market is ever growing. So right now, it does function primarily as a cryptocurrency, but again, it is also a blockchain platform for decentralized applications, or dApps, as you'll also hear them referred to as. So when you think of Cardano and you think of Ethereum, remember, we're going to refer back to my last video that I made about crypto when we talked about how the crypto projects that are going to see the highest returns, that are going to see that exponential growth, are going to be the utility tokens. And remember, we talked about there are different kinds of crypto projects. There's store of value coins, there are security-backed, asset-backed coins, there are equity tokens, there are a lot of different tokens, but Cardano is a utility token, which is really excited, and their utility lies around their market right now, because the platform, the blockchain platform, is not fully completed. They are in the third of 5 stages. So it's not completed as of yet. So right now its primary use is as a crypto, but their plans for the future are to move beyond a settlement layer to a control layer, which is going to create a trusted computation framework for sophisticated systems such as gambling and gaming systems and other applications that are outlined on their website, like directly on their white papers, are, credential verification and identity verification. And for example, just in the enterprise of education, imagine you're moving people, their degrees get lost, their diplomas get lost, and the issuance of academic certifications are very centralized. So if your degrees or credentials are damaged or lost, then attaining those documents again is really costly. So think of the main function of the emerging decentralized blockchains. Their main function is to alleviate the need for intermediaries. So in this instance, the intermediaries would be that institution that you now need to go back through because your credentials have been lost or damaged. Cardano is working to combat this in a way of creating this public transaction ledger. And on this ledger, there will be proof of your degree. And again, through that proof of stake mechanism that we talked about, these transactions are being verified by a lot of different parties. So you can't alter a block once it's been added to the blockchain. You either need to create a new one, but you cannot add to the existing one. So that's one of the use cases for Cardano. And what's so interesting about the project is they have started, they've launched this project in a lot of different places in Africa, to target a lot of different infrastructure issues that you find in third world countries. And I'm going to post a link down below directly from Charles. He is the lead founder of the team, and he was a co-founder of Ethereum as well. So really, really brilliant guy, and he's leading the way for Cardano. He's leading the team. And Cardano is owned, they're underneath the parent company of IOHK, who also owns Daedalus, which is an open source wallet for ADA Cardano. Remember, that's ADA is their native token. And remember, in the previous video, we also talked about how native tokens are built on a native blockchain. So Daedalus is the open source wallet for ADA. We have Adala, which is also an IOHK product. And this is one of those decentralized identity solution blockchains that enable people to, like we talked about, protect your own data and your own credentials, your own identity, and interact with organizations privately, securely, and without intermediaries. Because again, these are all going to be your public blockchains. All of the credentials are going to be reflected as blocks on the blockchain. And Mantis, we have here, this one was actually written natively for the Ethereum Classic blockchain, but it offers assurance, security, and usability. And yeah, so the parent company of Cardano is IOHK. But again, I'm going to post a link down below so you guys can have more insight into the founder's vision for this project. And I was alerted to Cardano at about 10 cents. A good friend of mine, we're going to have him on the show sometime, actually told me about this when it was 10 cents. I didn't start buying it until it was around 42 cents. But as soon as I started researching the product and the vision and the project, I was immediately like, oh my gosh, this is going to fix so many infrastructure issues like security breaches. It's going to fix so many infrastructure problems that we find in third world countries, like not being able to provide a deed for land. Like, let's say this land has been in a family for generations and their deed was lost in like a militia coup, and the government could literally just come in and they're like, well, if you can't, produce any proof or any documentation that you own this land, it's ours now, we're taking it. So that happens more often than you would think in these countries where there's really corrupt governments. So that's why the project has started. He's launched it in the third world as like kind of a trial run, like a trial, and also, to fix a lot of those problems, like fix a lot of the security issues and data issues and identity issues that people in these countries don't really have representation for. So really excited about Cardano. It's trading right now at about 140. I do have price targets for Cardano at $10 before the middle of next year. That is a really conservative price target for this coin. There are like analysts and crypto experts that have been studying Cardano way longer than I have, and they have much more bullish predictions. A lot of people think that this is going to hit $10 before the end of 2021. We will see. I don't think that Cardano is done rallying for the year by any means. We do still have the implementation of contracts, smart contracts that are going to be rolling out here by the end of summer. And yeah, guys, it's just really exciting. We have just a little bit of tokenomics here. Their market cap right now is just under 45 billion. We have 32 billion ADA in circulating supply as of right now. And what has me really excited about Cardano is they were just recently added to the Grayscale crypto fund, and Grayscale is essentially the largest digital currency investment asset management firm at this moment. So the fact that they just added Cardano to their funds, they do have Bitcoin and Ethereum as well that they've added over the past few months, but they've now added ADA Cardano. So that's really exciting. And not only was it added to Grayscale's digital currency trust, Cardano did hit the third largest market cap for the crypto projects in the crypto space. So that is huge for us, guys. Like, the implementation and the adoption of Cardano at this rate, and the project isn't even completed yet. What has me most bullish on the project is that we're only in the third of the fifth phase, and we're already seeing institutional buy-ins. We're already seeing adoption and use cases for the Cardano blockchain. So I'm really excited about it. I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with the crypto project and are saying, oh, you know, she's late. It's not that I'm late. It's just I'm now making a video about it because I think it's one of the greatest crypto projects that are out there. Remember, guys, we talked about how utility projects are going to be the most profitable crypto projects that you can get yourself into for the long term. You know, those utility tokens are going to be Lunar Stella, they're going to be Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink. Those are going to be the utility token winners. And that pretty much sums up my bullish case for Cardano. And I'm going to post you guys a link to the white pages so you guys can check out a more in-depth study and like research about the vision and the project and the implementation of the Cardano blockchain and what its use cases are. And that pretty much sums up this video, guys. The book for the week is Wealth of Nations by none other than Adam Smith. This is a really famous book, probably one of the most famous philosophical / economic theory books in the world. It's pretty much paved the way for economic thought and theory as well as policy. So it's a great read if you're looking to invest and understand the way wealth is distributed and the way the markets correlate with each other and how capitalism has created many different mechanisms that affect our way of life. It's a really interesting read. It's a great philosophical and economic book. So that pretty much sums up this video, guys. I'm going to have some stock picks for you guys in the next couple of days. And thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Keep evolving.